Well, good day to you folks. Happy holidays and welcome to Speed Gaming 3. We bring you our next race in the Metroid Prime Randomizer 1 and 2 Cross Game Cup. And we got a great one for you tonight. We've got a battle of the undefeated so far. We've got Naii-si versus Team Green versus Orange. I am Captain MD, and tonight I am joined by Bella Queequeenie. How you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing great. I'm very eager to see what our racers have for us in store tonight. Two undefeated teams, Team Naii-si especially, is going to fight for their sixth and last win of the brackets phase of the tournament.
Indeed, and I believe this is Team Green versus Orange's fifth match of the group stage. They got one more to go, but they will be going 5-0 should they take the W tonight. We have a few RAs to talk about. For Prime, it is Vanilla Suit Damage Reduction. For Echoes, it is Landing Site Start. The Hive Gates unlocked, but not the Industrial Site one, so no immediately available Aegon Elevator. What else? Violet is shuffled, and I think nothings are replaced by something else. Let me see. Oh no, new patcher, never mind. And you folks may notice we've slightly updated the trackers. We have just updated to version 7.1.1 for Randovania, which the main thing that does is it gives you better artifact and Sky Temple key numbers, so that way you folks at home can see much more clearly how many keys everybody has.
Indeed, and that's going to make everyone's life a lot easier. And with that, our racers have just started. Good luck and have fun to both teams.
All right, so looks like Uncle Reggie nailing the SJF first and is rewarded with a flamethrower, lol.
Nice. Validating right from the get-go. We love to see it.
All right, under the ship is, I believe that was a missile tank.
Yeah, that was a missile expansion.
It was an Echo's missile tank, no less. Almost couldn't recognize the stripe there. But yes, with the Hive Gates unlocked, we're able to immediately go straight into Industrial Site without that tedious screwing about at the in the Hive area. We see Bash and Knight going immediately for the Industrial Site skip here.
Yep. So during this cutscene that is playing on Bash's screen, Samus is still on the container, although invisible, and she will just warp to the top of the room right at the end of the cutscene.
Gonna switch to Reggie's audio here because Feissy's music is a little low. And it looks like it was an Echo's missile in Artifact Temple. We're gonna get our hints here. I'll give that audio a boost just a moment, folks.
Alright, so with that, we're just coming up on the hints for the Prime side.
Should be better. And it looks like we've got an early screw attack. That might be Temple Assembly Site. Indeed.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh, so early screw attack. Out of logic, but still very, very welcome to get early for Echoes, because screw attack pretty much breaks the entire game open. As far as gates that you wouldn't expect it to break.
Yeah, not only going all the way through a lot of horizontal rooms without ever needing to touch the ground ever again, there's a lot of out of bounds that can be performed using screw attack, especially around multiple tunnels. So this is going to be huge for our Prime players, especially considering the level of our Echoes players right now, who are much more than fluent with wall crawling in this game.
Oh, absolutely. All four of our runners really are masters of their craft here, and they've demonstrated that going undefeated so far in this tournament.
Indeed, and Reggie getting super missiles with Feisy soon to follow.
Yeah, now, unfortunately, Echoes is currently in BK mode. There's really nothing they can do As a result of not having Violet Translator to go to Aegon, Space Jump or Bombs to proceed past Dynamo Chamber, or Violet Translator to go into Great Temple. So yeah, Violet Translator or Bomb/Space Jump are currently locking out our next progression for Echoes.
Indeed. So, we've also witnessed a pretty interesting routing choice for our Prime players. They've both decided to check Transport Tunnel B first, considering they started with missiles. That is for the sake of being thorough and not having to reroute this later, as this is available right from the get-go and could very potentially be progression that Echoes desperately needs at the moment.
And from what we've seen, oh hi Annihilator Beam, how are ya? I say so. Yeah. What else is that in? What was that? Half pipe had missiles? Question mark. I'm not sure about Vault Ledge.
I think it was missiles.
All right, we're gonna see what's in the tree, because that's definitely a movement system for Echoes.
Yep.
I don't think that's in Logic. Was that a? Oh, that was either. Was that unlimited missiles for Echoes in Vault Ledge? Because it looked like a giant Echoes missile tank.
It might have been. Oh, and coming up on Seeker Launcher for from Reggie. This is interesting.
Yeah, Seeker Launcher, very nice, but it doesn't do anything for Echoes at the moment. Unfortunately, they'll still be in BK mode, but Naii, on the other hand, getting that space jump from Feisty has full screw attack control, meaning that there is access available to GFMC.
Indeed. And that Seeker, that's actually really interesting, because the closest Seeker gate at the moment is the one coming up to Hall of Honor Dead. So maybe there could be something in there.
If there is, we need Boost Ball to pick it up, but it looks like Nai's first going to go ahead and check the Reliquary hint to reveal to us that in Reliquary we have, it was a Prime Missile-related upgrade? Yes, which is dead.
Yes.
That cannot be anything of significance, because the only missile-related upgrade in missile-related system in Prime is the missile launcher itself, which comes by default in these settings. And Naii immediately taking that screw attack to GFMC for the other space jump.
So this is really big. Early space jump is always nice to see for our runners. Excellent movement options right from the get-go.
Indeed. So yeah, Team Naii-si seems to be getting a nice early start here because Uncle Reggie did not check the tree. Now that being said, but instead, Bash Prime taking advantage of the Powerbomb expansion from Transport Access North, giving Bash Prime an alternate way through Dynamo Chamber. And in Dynamo Chamber itself, we also have discovered X-Ray Visor.
That's interesting. X-Ray Visor this early is very likely to point towards Root Cave.
Indeed, although that is an out-of-logic X-Ray. Should note that.
Yes, that's true.
And I think that was an ETM in Transport A access, so that means... now, what Nai's going to do here is safety save, create a pivot save here, and it's going to go ahead and check the Alpha Splinter fight now, because you can still check the two items, and if one of them is Violet Translator, you can get out no problem.
And just coming through, Vault Ledge was not an unlimited missiles. It was even better. It was multiple bombs.
Ah, okay. And I think we had a Various suit in Ruined Shrine? Question mark?
Yes, it does look like it. Reggie just has the Various suit item light up on the tracker.
And with Prime Space Jump available as well, that means we're going to be seeing Annihilator Beam right away. Annihilator is one of the weirdest beams to have starting up because it's great for Dark World traversal, but it doesn't open up a lot of doors.
Yeah, I think there's like a grand total of like, what, 4 or 6 annihilator doors in the entire game.
There's very few. And it looks like Echo's bombs have just been found in... oh, it was Echo's bombs in Vault Ledge. Okay.
Yeah, Vault Ledge. So yeah, we had Varia in the place of Morph Ball.
All right. Upper Shrine is an artifact, which we cannot get at this time due to a lack of Prime Morph Ball.
Yeah, unfortunately, Fuzzy is just gonna have to roll with the punches here and orphan that item for later.
Now, neither of the Splinter items were good. There was an Inghive key and I think a Prime Power Bomb, which interestingly Naii did not get before resetting out. However, Echoes has discovered main power bombs. Bash Prime has discovered main power bombs in Wind Chamber Gate.
Yeah. And that is going to be pretty good for Reggie here, as I don't think he has bombs yet, so this could make for a nice replacement in the early Chozo routing.
Indeed. Also, those are out of logic until we get either Meeting Grounds access, which would require super missiles at minimum, or main power bombs on the Echo side.
Yes. So Reggie taking note of that early X-ray hint, sort of, and making his way up Root Cave, only to find a Dark Ammo expansion. I was wrong.
Still not a bad play, especially with Arbor Chamber as well. Now, this is dangerous with Uncle Reggie's current equipment because no bombs or Morph Ball in general to back out of this should you encounter a problem. So, doesn't seem to be an issue, and it is just a missile tank, though.
Unfortunate. Lots of risk and low reward. Not worth it. But that was still a fantastic play to make. Especially because that, considering we don't know where Plasma is and how late that can tend to be, it's a very nice wall crawl to know, just for routing's sake.
Indeed. Now, we're getting a dip into Fiery Shores from both of our runners here to quickly check the item up there, courtesy of Space Jump. Shore Tunnel contains a Power Bomb expansion. Spend a Power Bomb, get a Power Bomb, if you have them, which Feisty does not.
Also in a tight spot, entering Monitor Station with 30 energy. So,
Yeah.
want to take things slow and try not to die, because those turrets can do a lot of damage.
All right, looks like Fiery Shores lower is a light ammo tank. Now, with Uncle Reggie's current equipment, courtesy of having bombs and main power bombs. Actually, no, Uncle Reggie doesn't have Morph Ball yet, never mind. So yeah, we'll not be able to check the upper Fiery Shores check, but we'll be able to check Warrior Shrine. And I see we've picked up a Violet Translator somewhere.
I missed it.
Ooh, Bash Prime using the Annihilator Beam for an out-of-logic phase-on grounds check. Now, this could actually be in logic if and only if this is Dark Visor. In which case, this is a one point of no return.
And this would be very silly. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it.
All right, so that was the Aegon key hint. Aegon, Chozo Ruins, and Dark Aegon are where our worm keys are today. Looks like Bash took an intentional KO and reset here.
And we've located main power bombs.
Oh, so we had Morph Ball in Triclops Pit with main power
QBs
bombs
on the storage cavern.
Okay, so yeah, you're expected to go backwards from Fiery Shores, seems like. Just syncing y'all up here, just a moment. All right, Violet Translator gives Naii access to Aegon. I would wager that the Violet Translator must have been... Actually, I'm not quite sure where that could have been. That being said, Prime Bombs have now been found by Echoes in Mining Station Access. So yeah, Prime and Echoes both looking like they can keep themselves busy for quite a while. Feisty currently can keep themselves busy all the way up to Ruined Courtyard, pretty much.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a little while before they need to have some downtime. So, and on that note, we know that Bash doesn't have a Violet yet, so we still have a chance to see where it is.
Yeah, it must have been... I don't think it was in Lava Lake.
No, Lava Lake, Faizy just picked it up, it was a missile expansion.
It must have been in Warrior Shrine.
Most likely, yes. Although, that would be odd that... I think it would be odd that Reggie didn't make the Warrior Shrine play with his current equipment.
Yeah, indeed a very weird call.
Yeah, he's got no reason to skip it.
Unless it was in Hive Chamber B.
Hive Chamber... yeah, that could have been it.
Which makes more sense, because right now, Echo's Bombs were in Logic for a while. So yeah, Hive Chamber B makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. Alright, so we're seeing the first divergence of paths here for our Prime players. Faizy opting to clean up early Talon, and Reggie instead going back through Magnor.
Alright, the hint read at for Defiled Shrine claims that it is dead. Missile-related upgrade. We discover Inghive Key 3 in Frigate Crash Site. So that's 2 Inghive keys, BTW, one of which is on Albert the Alpha Splinter.
And early Annihilator, too. I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Yeah, early Annihilator definitely is a question mark, no doubt about it. We see another major item in Aegon Energy Controller. It is Cannonball. Now, Nai's going to deliberately hold off on picking this up here because it's not really feasible to pick up Cannonball when you haven't opened up Transport Center yet. Oh, Warrior Shrine had literally nothing.
Oh, fantastic.
To answer your question, chat, the Prime Bombs were located in Mining Station Access, so they are behind the Violet Translator right now. Which Bash is about to pick up here in Hive Chamber B. And Feisty, meanwhile, going to go ahead and do that Root Cave Arbor Chamber dip. Now, Feisty is currently running without main power bombs. Those were in Wind Chamber Gate, so that is Feisty's current disadvantage compared to Uncle Reggie. A Cursed Lake is a prime life support system. That could be Gravity or Phazon suit.
Yep. Although... yeah, actually, considering we got early Seekers, if we get Light Beam early on and some, either a lot of energy or a suit, this could be feasibly a suit early on for Prime.
And we already have Secret Missiles as well. The only thing keeping us out of that, realistically, is Dark Visor and Light Beam.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Dark Visor too, yeah.
And to clarify with chat, Violet Translator is shuffled in this item pool today for Echoes, so that is needed to access Aegon to get to Mining Station access for the Prime Bombs. What was that in? Okay, that was a missile. Nothing important there. Thanks, game.
And with that, Naii making his way first towards Dark Aegon, making good use of those bombs.
And what is that up there? That looked like a Prime Missile, which, by the way, not as many Prime Missiles opening up as we normally expect. Strangely enough, Echoes is, or at least Naii, is ahead of everybody else, which is not too common.
Yep. And with that, Faisy making use of that Morph Ball and getting back that artifact, which turned out to be wild. The Beetles are proving to be rather uncooperative, unfortunately.
Ooh, Storage D contains Bash's Spider Ball. So Storage D locking the Dark Beam locking Spider Ball today for Echoes. That's definitely some good intel. Knowing Spider Ball is there, and that we now know Spider Ball can't be locking Dark Beam, which is actually pretty big information.
So that's gonna, knowing that Dark Beam locks Spider Ball is going to logically lock us out of quite a few item checks, and that gives us intel on not one, but 2 progression items, which are pretty important. Dark Beam is a very good utility for exploring the world, and Spider is required to beat the game, logically.
Indeed. Naii just getting done finishing standard trials on procedures and is finishing up or starting to batter down the invisible jump guardian here.
Oh, I thought the statue was the boss.
Nah, it's jump guardian. Alright, so Bash very late to the bandwagon here, but finally making his first steps into Aegon. Aegon chose a Dark A. Okay, yeah, we knew that already.
Yeah, although Dark Aegon Key's hint on the entrance to Aegon is rather convenient.
Indeed, and the fact that we haven't seen any yet, despite now being 20 minutes in, is definitely a little weird, especially considering one of them is in Chozo.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that Uncle Reggie's just discovered double damage in Watery Hall access.
And Dark Beam has been located. It was on Jump Guardian.
Ooh, very nice. Alright, and I didn't see anything in Mining Plaza, but I do see a Prime Grapple Beam in Junction Site locked by Dark Beam.
Yep. So it's logically accessible right now. So even though our Prime players definitely know how to skip grapple, it's still good intel on logic chains. So having seen that grapple in there, even though they're probably not gonna bother to pick it up, it's still gonna be good information for Faisy here to know that some logical grapple checks are now open.
I believe that's a missile tank in Mining Station A. I saw Bash look up for a split second there. And we've got...
Funburst.
You say that, but Sunburst double damage is actually really powerful. It is a one-hit kill on Boost Guardian.
Indeed. It's... I think it's also like pretty much 2-hit, 2 or 3-hit Grapple Guardian. If worse comes to worse.
Indeed. Although having Sonic Boom on top of that would also be nice.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, the difference between Sunburst and Sonic Boom is that we can actually use Sonic Boom at the moment.
Yeah, it's not often we get that. Too bad we don't have Door Rando enabled, and there aren't an abundance of Sonic Boom doors. That actually happened in a weekly once, where we had a lot of, I think it was either Sunburst or Sonic Boom doors. But luckily, Cash B provided us with a unlimited beam ammo.
Oh yeah, so that's very convenient.
All right, there's another artifact there in Transport Center, so that's 2 artifacts known, I believe, at this point, with the other being in Rune Shrine.
Yeah, well, I believe both teams already went back and picked the artifact in Ruin Shrine. It was
Indeed.
Artifact of Wild, so they're not just known, they're already picked up as well, which is very good. Oh, chat raising a good question here. Does Sunburst affect Jump Guardian?
I actually don't think it does.
I think it does. Because I remember using it a few times to soften it up while it was invisible. So I think it does.
Never mind. So Bash picked up Cannonball here, which is a little bit unfortunate because I don't think he's opened up Transport Center. So he's going to have to give this up in order to go to Portal Terminal.
Well, that is unless he goes for the wall crawl. Although that would be a very, very important time investment compared to just giving up on Cannonball.
Okay, I see. Bash is instead going to go to Labs first, Aegon Labs.
Oh. That's interesting.
I see nothing of value on Dark Missile Trooper at the moment.
No, I think it was a missile expansion on the MT. And another artifact located in PTA, Magmar.
Alright, so we're seeing a few early artifacts here. We've seen one Sky Temple key as well. And Bash Prime just going to make an immediate detour to check the item in Central Mining, and it is a light ammo tank, which, hey, we've got Sunburst. That might be useful later. Uncle Reggie, our first into Fendrana. Checking the lighthouse item is a missile tank. And I don't think there was anything on Zoid.
Nah, I think Zoid was dead. Unfortunate. In the meantime, Naii is... Has Naii gotten the main energy controller hint yet? Because if he didn't, he's about to get it, and this is going to be very good information.
Indeed, it is hinting Spider Ball. Bash, in the meantime, taking advantage of that Cannonball to get through Command Center without too much difficulty. But it looks like he's going to dip out here. That's Vanilla Wave Beam. Thanks, game. Thanks a bunch.
This is very lovely. Well, at least Reggie has power bombs, so he can he could have lockpicked it even if it weren't Wave Beam.
All right, so Bash is going to skip out on doing the Dark Aegon loop here in order to preserve that Cannonball. We might see the wall crawl, as you'd mentioned before. With Screw Attack, it's pretty easy to set up.
Yeah, since we have Screw Attack, we don't need Robert's help anymore in Mining Plaza.
Yeah, you can see Screw attacking into the tunnel in this fashion, get a little momentum, and there you go, out of bounds.
Okay, so now that Reggie has a Wave Beam in hand, which even then, it's in a pretty mean location, but Wave Beam for Reggie at this point in time and in space is actually huge.
Indeed, it opens up pretty much the rest of Front Fendrana. It opens up, high gravity suit. That's plasma locked. So yeah, Bash is just going to fall in here, activate the portal, and this effectively just... this just effectively lets him skip skip giving Cannonball and Portal Terminal. And Naii, on the other hand, is going to find Feisty's main power bombs. And with this equipment, Bash Prime, unfortunately, even though could break down the door to Torvis, there's really no point right now. With no Emerald Translator or Super Missiles, can't do much besides... with Dark Beam, although he doesn't have it, he could out of bounds into the Torvis Temple fight and get out that way. But other than that, for the moment, until such time, there's nothing he can do there.
Yeah, but on a better note, since Bash has just entered Dark Aegon, he is probably going to find that Dark Beam on Jump Guardian.
I could be wrong, but I think that might be Echo's super missiles in Ice Ruins West.
Oh. Well, that would be plasma locked as well.
Ooh, yeah, Plasma Beam is playing a pretty big role here. Now, to me, especially considering that super missiles it's talking about, although super missiles can be practically anywhere in the logic chain, especially since there's quite a lot you can do without it as well as with. So it's a very strange case for super missiles.
Yeah, but at least in combination with that plasma-locked gravity suit, this gives us information that Plasma Beam is not hidden behind any gravity suit checks in Prime 1.
Which, granted, there aren't that many at this point. There would only be really be a couple in Frigate.
Yeah, but that also means like access to certain areas being restricted by a gravity suit. I'm mostly thinking of a phase on mines in certain cases.
Indeed. All right, I see that Bash has received a much-needed energy tank from Ruined Courtyard. Is that the first Echo's energy tank we've seen all day? No, it's not.
No.
Naii has
has
some.
already 3.
But yeah, this is pretty common for Echoes that you will often see Echoes running without energy tanks for quite some time, even though they have to be the ones traversing the Dark World.
Yep. Alright, so now that Reggie has kind of cleared out early Fen, he is now going for labs. Which is not all of it is going to be logical, because of one room called Observatory, which logically requires Boost Ball to climb. But there is a scan dash you can do here to skip needing Boost Ball and go all the way to Research Core.
Indeed. Now, Naii took a bit of a hit there in Monitor Station on the way through. So is not Naii-si took a bit of a hit on the way through Monitor Station. So a little lower on health than I'm sure they'd like, but is going to be getting the Transport Tunnel A artifact in a moment. Luckily, with super missiles in tow, Research Lab Hydra, easy check for a thermal visor.
Well, it's
Thardus, anybody?
Yeah, Thardus, we have super missiles.
To answer your question, chat, we have not yet seen in Cache 4. I think both runners ended up punching out before checking, despite having Dark Beam.
Actually, that makes me think Incache 2 is available in Logic right now.
In Cache 2, yes, it is. So is 1 for a potential vanilla light beam.
And fighting Dark Burst too. In Observatory.
Okay, we've now found all the... I think we've found all the Echo Super combos. I think, assuming Supers are in Ice Ruins West.
Have we found Sonic Boom?
Yes. There is a Morph Ball system for Uncle Reggie in Forgotten Bridge in Torvis. With Dark Beam, that is reachable. Actually, no, it isn't. It's Slight Locked.
Oh, apparently we've already seen Incache 4 and it turned out to be E.
Okay, thank you, chat. Not quite sure what Bash is attempting to do here. This may be a play for hints.
Oh, yeah.
Although I'm confused as to why,
I think Bash is considering whether or not to go for it, and decided to hell with it with Wii Ball.
This is certainly an interesting call with this little energy.
Yeah. We don't have Amber in hand too, so.
Okay, this isn't to get hints. This is to go to Torvis. That looks like a major item in Mining Station B. I think it's a beam. It's either a beam or a visor.
No, we can't get to Torvis from here. We don't have Amber.
That's a good point. So this is only going to be to read the hint, which reads that space pirates strangely dislike theft.
Oh, and it turns out that Mining Station B had Emerald Translator for Naii.
Emerald Translator. So that, I think, is out of logic right now. I don't think you're expected to use Screw Attack to skip that.
The use of Screw Attack is definitely not expected. Although I think you can still do it using the kinetic orb cannon in this room.
Interesting. It should be noted we found Ice Beam in Research Lab Aether, so Ice Beam is in labs, which means it is hard boost locked.
Yep, but at least it's very convenient for Reggie since he can just leave labs and go straight to Far Fendrana.
Things are starting to turn around a little bit for Team Green versus Orange here after having a bit of a slower start here. That being said, Feisty doesn't appear to be too far from labs after we'll be checking Chapel, hopefully in a moment.
Okay, so Bash just skipped needing a Amber Translator by just going out of bounds.
Oh, yeah, if you scan dash far enough out of the map on the room right before... Or actually, no. That wouldn't have been how he did it. Never mind.
Probably square attacking into the Morph Ball tunnel next to the Amber Gate.
Yes. All right, we're getting a look at the Poison Bog hint, which reveals to us that it contains nothing. Nothing of significance, at least.
Yeah. I think our runners can live without 5 extra missiles.
We're going to see air underwater here from Bash Prime in order to check the item at Torvis Lagoon, which appears to be a missile tank. But yeah, with Emerald Translator especially, there is a lot you can do here in Torvis.
Yeah, and getting those hints very early on too, especially given the abundance of hints in this area, it's very good.
I'm trying to think if we can get to Lower Torvis right now with our equipment, and I believe Cash B Chasm does let us get down there, so yeah, we could do it. So potentially a large number of hints available to us here.
Yeah, although unfortunately Bash doesn't have Emerald at the moment. But getting that Torvis key in Great Bridge.
Alright, looks like a missile tank in Command Center, because yeah, we haven't seen the whole labs loop yet. Due to a lack of Dark Beam at the time, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Or... yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that it was Bash who lacked the Dark Beam. Naii, on the other hand, I think just went to do some cleanup instead.
I see. Alright, we got a Sky Temple key in Torvis Temple. So, I mean, why not? We need it. That's 3 so far. So we've seen about a third of all of our keys.
Yeah. And a third of our artifacts as well, too.
Now, we won't be able to read any more hints courtesy, at the moment, courtesy of not having super missiles to go to Torvis Energy Controller. But we did find a vanilla worm key in Doomed Entry.
Alright, I hear your complaints, chat. I'm gonna switch back to Fen music.
And it looks like Naii is going to make the... wow, that was dangerous. Naii is going to make the detour to... what is that, a power bomb tank? Oh yeah, power bomb tank and portal chamber, but Naii is going to make the detour to Ink Cache 2. As you said before, perfectly logical check. Okay, I think Bash is doing this to get to Forgotten Bridge, to get the Morph Ball system for Reggie.
Oh yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Because you could do that. Yeah, you could just go through here and bust out at the other portal.
Alright, so Reggie here is going to opt to go fight Thotis, given the items in our possession.
Feisty very thankfully following in Reggie's footsteps here, which is going to net them Ice Beam soon. transport access in Fendrana appears to also have a Sky Temple key, so that is also plasma locked. And in Cache 2 was an energy tank. And it looks like Naii is going for a vanilla light beam, so I'm gonna giggle a little bit if this actually is.
2 vanilla beams and 1 seed. That.
Oh,
that
there's
would not
Sonic.
be a first. Ah.
There's Sonic Boom. Now we've seen all of our Echo Super combos. All right, in Cache 1 is Vanilla Light Beam. That is actually pretty big for Team Naii-si right now, because that I cannot see a world where Bash Prime goes back for that anytime soon.
Oh, definitely not. Oh no. 2 vanilla beams, folks. I am so thankful for this tournament.
Me too. But yeah, actually, I shouldn't say it's going to take too long for Bash to get back, because there's not a whole lot more he can do right now with just Dark Beam. Actually, with Annihilator, there are a couple things you can do. But indeed, it is Boost Ball and Forgotten Bridge, as hinted previously, which is going to be... That is going to put the Ice Beam in Logic. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, because Vanilla Light Beam. Now, once you get Vanilla Light Beam, then it becomes in Logic perfectly.
Yeah, we're all Bash Prime, I think.
Yeah, this is a seed, folks. Happy holidays.
Yep, happy Boxing Day still.
On the note of that, since we've been talking about Out of Bounds a lot, I guess we can talk about how every room is in a box.
Oh yes, do you want to do the pseudo copy pasta, or should I go for it?
Well, before I do that, I will point out that there was a Chica key on Thardis. That's concerning.
Very worrying.
But yeah, to describe Out of Bounds movement, every room is in a box where normal gravity physics take place, and outside that box is ether, where Samus just slowly ascends upwards. When transitioning in and out of that... Oh, right, Spider Ball, we knew this was here. When transitioning in and out of that box, you are given a 3-frame window to jump. So Out of Bounds movement consists of these 3-frame ether jumps in order to ascend the room accordingly. All right, we got a Dark Oasis hint here, and this reads that it contains missile-related stuff, which means it is dead. And we got a Meditation Vista check from Bash Prime, which is a beam tank? Nope, a burger.
No, it's a cheeseburger.
I think as far as power bombs are concerned, both sides should be okay, both having their mains.
Yeah, I think both sides are going to be very comfortable with the amount they have at the moment. Well, that is considering Prime doesn't pull a drop system on us.
Indeed. All right, so Bash Prime with Cannonball in tow is going to check the plaza area. Definitely worth opening this up now, just in case you have to come back here for Boost Guardian later.
I think he already opened it up by doing the gate skip in Forgotten Bridge.
Indeed, he just wants to go fight Boost Guardian now. Which is definitely not a bad idea. It's 2 quick checks. You have double damage Sunburst to literally delete him in one shot.
Well, not considering the power bombs in tow as well.
Indeed, although I think Sunburst is faster if you can get the shot off quickly. And because the thing about Boost Guardian is that if you power bomb him before he goes into his gloop phase, there's a possibility that he can flinch early, which you don't want.
Yeah,
oh, right, no
true.
Light Beam. Never mind, can't get there without Light Beam. It's a light door.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that. Okay, so Naii is going out of bounds here in ventilation area B in order to check the storage C item without super missiles. Because yeah, this is an item that can very easily screw you up if your super missiles are late game. And for what we know, they're probably plasma locked in Ice Ruins West.
Yeah, so we're probably not getting them anytime soon. And yeah, as Cap mentioned, it tends to get orphaned quite a lot due to
Oh, hi Boost Ball.
hello.
That is a weird spot for Boost right now, but that could potentially be skipped for now due to having Cannonball, but it looks like Nai's just going to pick it up for safety anyway and then try and screw attack out with the Secret World here.
Yeah. And in the meantime, Reggie has gone for the Frigate Crash Site climb and is now in the Life Grove area of Talon Overworld.
Okay. There's definitely a lot of items up for grabs here. Unfortunately, with Boost, actually, yeah, I can pretty much just toss the whole place.
Yeah. It is possible to check all of these without Boost, but not only is it dangerous, it's also pretty tedious.
Indeed. We just saw Uncle Reggie attempt to do the boostless Life Grove tunnel there, but it didn't quite work out.
Now, I'm sure you can... I think you can still half-pipe bomb jump out of there, but it's really tedious.
Indeed, you can do that. All right, in the meantime, Feisty now making the same Farfandrana play as Reggie. But yeah, it's kind of hard to say who's ahead right now, because Bash has been able to open up a few more doors courtesy of some out-of-bounds shenanigans, but Naii having that vanilla light beam is also going to be making a bit of a difference here, being able to check a few doors with much greater ease. But it looks like there's nothing of note in Life Grove today.
Yep, so it unfortunately has become Death Grove.
No, it contains some E. There's a little bit of life in there.
Yeah. Some batteries.
All right, we found another energy tank in ventilation area A. We haven't been able to check this area due to a lack of light beam, but this does give Naii the ability to also route in storage A very quickly, as well as Sand Canyon. Interestingly, we are still very, very translator starved here. We've been running on only Violet and half an Emerald translator the whole game.
Oh, Reggie is opting to empty the half pipe in Reflecting Pool. Probably just for the memes, as we already have a space jump to go back up. And Naii is going for Sanctuary, which I like that play a lot.
With this
yeah, we have Spider Ball, we have all of our beams, we have Screw Attack, Power Bombs as well.
Yeah, realistically speaking, there's a very good chance Plasma Beam is here because we know that's locking super missiles, but there are no super missile checks in Sanctuary. And besides Echo and Dark Visor locking a couple things, we can pretty much toss the whole place.
Yeah, and if we do get Echo Visor, this opens up a lot of Echo puzzles here in this area.
Indeed. I believe that is an artifact in Hall of Combat Mastery. Interestingly, we still have not seen our hints, have we?
No, not yet. Artifact of Strength right here. We know it's Strength because it's the smaller artifact.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that the artifacts are a little bit wonky on the sizing per each unique item. All right, in the meantime, is Feisty going to fight Thardus here? Looks like it. So we do know this yields a Torvis key, which, I mean, who knows? If you don't have the hint, get the key, as we always say.
Yep. It's better to get it right now than it having bite you somewhere you wouldn't want.
All right, Nai's going to go ahead and accidentally take a bit of a fall here, but that does... Oh, hi, Cobalt Translator.
That is very convenient.
That is extremely convenient because that gives you access to 5 hints throughout Sanctuary right now, besides Sank Entrance. Which we could do right now anyway. We have Boost and Emerald Translator.
That's true.
Yeah, I think Team Naii-si definitely going to have an advantage for a bit due to the extra translators, because Emerald was, if I'm not mistaken, in a pretty difficult-to-reach spot.
Yeah, I think I noticed it, but I don't remember where it is.
It'll come back to me in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, our first Cobalt hint. This one tells us that there is a translator in Inghive. Thanks, game. We knew literally the translator we already picked up to read that hint. Thanks, game. Thanks a lot.
Hey, you never know. Amber could still be in Inghive as well, as unlikely as it is. Still a possibility.
Amber in Hive Gyro Chamber, anybody?
Well, we're about to know.
Okay, missile-related upgrade, that's dead. Oh, that's Echo Visor in Dynamo Works.
Okay, interesting.
Well, that's a trash spot for it.
Most definitely, especially considering it is logically required to beat the game, so...
I'm just trying to think if there's anything stopping us from realistically tackling Spider Guardian right now, and I think the answer to that is Super Missiles. Because that is currently locking Boost Ball.
Oh, yes, that's right.
So we do know Super Missiles can't be on Spider Guardian.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Thank you, chat. Sorry, I cut you off. But Emerald was in Mining Station B.
Oh. So that's also locked by Boost Ball, isn't it?
No, I think you can still hack something together with the kinetic orb cannon.
Oh. I'm sure chat can help us out here if we're having issues. But yeah, Naya's attempting the slope jump instant unmorph to get into the tunnel. Personally, I like the screw attack strat when the tunnel's not constantly rejecting you after you get into the tunnel.
Oh, hey, I heard you got into the tunnel. How about you get out?
Exactly. Although I think I realized my problem with it is that I've been entering it at too acute of an angle. Not acute enough of an angle, rather.
Maybe. That's a very difficult and precise trick that I've only been able to pull off once or twice after hours and hours of attempts.
I have to thank Miguel for training me on that one.
But yeah, especially given how long Spider Guardian can take, it can still be worth it to go for it. It's very fast to try and retry over again. So
Yeah,
you don't lose a lot of time for a lot of attempts.
Yeah, and you can see Nai really wants this Echo Visor. And especially in Sanctuary, that does give you access to many checks. Gives you Hive Gyro, gives you Sentinel's Path, it gives you Main Gyro. So yeah, it gives you a lot, actually. It makes your Sank cleanup. It makes your Sank cleanup a lot, Sank route a lot more optimal.
And, in the meantime, we have Reggie fighting Floggles.
All right, we're seeing the rest of our artifacts. Transit Tunnel East. Ew. Tower of Light.
Of Artifact.
Biohazard Containment. You love to see it. Magmore Workstation. That's free. Vent Shaft. That's fine. Okay, so Biohazard and Transit Tunnel East. So Transit Tunnel East you can skip without gravity, but it's not fun.
Is it Transit Tunnel East? Is that the room in Echoes or?
Yes, that is in Lower Torvis. It's the one room. It's the room with the pipes.
Yeah, I was just wondering which transit tunnel that was.
Yeah, the other one that has an item is South, which is just the cavern type room.
And Reggie is going for early wild, skipping that Spider Ball requirement to do that. Going for that 6 speedrun strat, which is rather difficult.
Indeed.
And pulling it off. Nice.
Now, the Flogger fight itself was in fact a little bit rewarding, as it has given Bash Prime unlimited beam ammo.
That's going to make very good use of Annihilator then.
Indeed, especially when he's currently still missing Light Beam, but he will get it soon. The Dark Torvis keys, actually, I gotta read that back. I saw Mines, Fendrana, and Torvis. So Mines has the last Torvis key.
Alright. So, Reggie having a bit of trouble with ghosts, but super missiles take care of them rather quickly. They just tend to be rather finicky to deal with sometimes.
You're seeing here an element of the new patcher here where the, unfortunately, I got a little bamboozled here, but yeah, this puzzle is randomized.
And Bash finally gets his hand on Light Beam.
Yeah, one of my favorite changes of new patcher is these randomized puzzles.
Yeah, I do like them too, especially the randomized echo puzzles, because sometimes you just get the chance for a very nice low, and we always love to see that.
And we might see that in a bit here, because with Echo Visor in tow, Naii will be able to check main gyro, but in order to do so, what has to happen here is he has to actually finish the second puzzle here, otherwise the Echo puzzle does not actually activate.
And to clear up some worries, no, Naii is not necessarily going to have to give up on Cannonball for this, because if you drop down into the central ball here and just morph, you can still activate the cutscene and get the item that way.
Yes, but unfortunately, he is going to have to give up Cannonball should he wish to check Airy, because that glass door that is locking the powerbomb way to Airy cannot be broken by Cannonball.
Indeed, but since we don't have logical boost ball yet, I don't think it's one of Nai's concern at the moment.
Indeed. All right, now that key has to belong to non-Torvis. Okay, it's the last Hive key.
I think we have, no, we don't have logical quad yet. We're still missing logical echoes.
Yes, which the current thing locking that out is super missiles to get boost ball. So yeah, we're still looking for super missiles, which
Sure.
we think is locked by plasma in Ice Ruins West. So we're looking for plasma beam.
Pretty much, and I think we also looked at an SCK in training chamber, Chozo.
Oh, that's a bit of a rude spot for an STK.
Oh yeah, definitely. I totally didn't lose a race to having an artifact in there, and me forgetting my boost ball.
And
That's never happened.
We've just found the prime spider ball. It is in Torvis Plaza, hinted on O'Lear.
Oh.
So that's boost locked, which is also super/plasma locked.
A lot of our problems tying back to plasma, huh?
Yeah, so now the question becomes, where is this bloody plasma beam?
I don't know, but it certainly is bringing the heat to this logic.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
And, Reggie going for, oh, you can just double bomb jump that. But yeah, what Reggie did here is he did part of power bombs before bombs wall crawl, and used that to get the STK in training chamber.
Nice. Does not appear to be interested in the item in magma pool, unless, yeah, looks like he got it already. Never mind. Watch station access is a light ammo tank. Oh, and I didn't see if Naii read the hint in... that was the boost ball hint.
Boost ball, yep.
Was that A? Oh, yeah, that's right. Echoes had both boost balls.
And I don't think Naii has read the hint in in main gyro chamber. Probably planning to read it when he gets back here to check the item.
He did. That was the hint that referred to the Torvis keys.
Oh, right, yes.
Ooh, not doing a multi-BSJ to get up here. I usually like to slope jump off of the entrance to Vault. Oof. So yeah, Naii decided to hide in the bomb slot to try and get onto the spider track again. Personally, I prefer not to do that. I would rather let the bomb slot sort of push you out just a little bit as the door is coming up, and then sort of drop sideways onto the door as it's rising. Oh dear. Storage A was a missile tank.
Bash has also just grabbed the Emerald Translator.
All right, so yeah, Nai's now going to get the watch station check.
Could Chat is putting out plasma on Chica. Could we get to Chica at the moment? I think we could.
Yes.
Granted, we have the keys.
I think Nai somehow got stuck in between the wall and the portal there.
Oh, yeah. I actually soft-talked myself that way one time accidentally.
Oh my!
It was very early in the game, and it was the portal in Forgotten Bridge. I was just messing around. I was in a multi, and I was in BK, and
found it.
Yeah, I got stuck.
Okay, plasma and ATS. So that's our logic. So yeah, you can easily get a spider ball and screw attack. Let you get that, no problem. So we're in logic now.
And a definite advantage for Team Naii-si here.
Indeed. And Prime can actually almost full clear the game at this point, since we know where the Prime Spider Ball is.
Yes. And we know where Gravity is. We know where Echo Super Missile is, probably. So yeah, I think Prime is gonna be good until the need for Phazon Suit is felt.
Indeed. And I'm trying to think if there's anything... Right now, the main thing stopping Prime from having all of their artifacts right now is that one right there, Transit Tunnel East. So, again, you can get it without gravity, but it's not fun. Same goes for Biohazard. You can get it without Gravity Suit, but... Oh, we know where Gravity Suit is. It's Plasma Lock, so Feisty can easily detour to grab that.
Even though Feisty is... I think Feisty could do a Gravelous Frigate if need be.
Alternatively, Grav can just, fall on our lap in Cat West.
Oh. Well, that's convenient.
This is actually looking really good for Team Naii-si. This is very close to being able to full clear the game. Although, I would love to know, where's our progressive suits? Because they've been going Varia suit this entire game.
Well, Cannonball's been a really big help to negate that lack of suit, though.
Oh yeah, Sestria. I think Sestria gen this seed, so it's obviously in pot W.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. Okay, well, in the meantime, Bash has just entered Sank as well.
Indeed.
As
so now
Naii is finishing up his Sank loop.
Indeed. So yeah, he's going to probably take the same path here. Although we do get another hint here in main research, and this one tells us that that would be Emerald Translator's hint, pointing to Mining Station B. Thanks, game. Still not helping.
Translator hints are probably my favorite kinds of hints because you could always have some things like an emerald hint on an emerald translator.
And
or an emerald translator hint on an emerald hint.
oh, Those are the worst. Naii, however, is going to make a quick detour to Lower Torvus. Now, I believe they're reading the logic ahead of time, knowing that it is in logic courtesy of Plasma Beam, and with Gravity in tow, Naii can pretty much complete all of his obligations to Feisty.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything that can't be done in that regard.
No, I don't think so. And Naii is going to go for the statue skip, getting it first try. Nice.
Just going to grab the item real quick before getting the hint. Of which reads, Chica is dead.
Nice.
All right, Bash got the Echo Visor in a much more timely manner as well, and is continuing to power through this main gyro check.
Yep, meanwhile, Reggie is going for Gravelous Frigate. So, yeah, let's talk a bit about gravity-less movement underwater. So, in this game, in Metroid Prime 1, when you don't have Gravity Suit, slope jumps can affect you a lot more when you are underwater, at the condition that you don't constantly press onto the slope, as that will push you down instead. So you just gotta start up your jump, pressing against the slope, and then as quickly as possible, flick your stick to the opposite direction and not go to the slope, and you can get ludicrous height thanks to that technique.
Interesting. Naii has discovered that the Hive keys are irrelevant and that there is a Morph Ball related upgrade in Dungeon, but I think that's dead at this point. Yeah, we've seen all the majors for major ball upgrades for both games.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a Minds play from Reggie after this.
All right, Feisty's just taking a quick detour to Chozo Ice Temple to check the item in there. And it is dark ammo. Right now, the only other major item that can screw us up here is Dark Visor.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think we've had the need for it yet.
All right, and Amorbus is dead, and I recall Mining Plaza not having anything of significance, so I believe that completely kills worms today.
Yep. We love dead major bosses.
I was having a little trouble getting out here. Yeah, with no grapple beam, you have to go out the hard way like that.
Oh, and we're seeing a very nice Hydro Access Tunnel wall boost from Reggie here, getting it first try. Very, very nice. This is Reggie made it look very easy, but trust me, this is not an easy wall boost at all.
Indeed. I'm thinking back about the logic for a second here, and yeah, you were expected to take that Screw Attack and Dark Beam pretty much all the way around Sank to get that Plasma Beam in ATS. Because that currently locks Boost Ball, which locks Echo Visor, so you weren't expected to climb up staging area. But, yep.
Oh, yeah.
And just like that, indeed, Echo Super Missiles in Ice Ruins West. And yeah, seeing another element of the new patch or scanning the Echo Door for the puzzle will immediately just reveal the puzzle to you instead of having to listen for it. Bit of an accessibility option for those who may be hard of hearing.
And not only that, it's also a little faster.
Indeed.
Pretty sure.
A little, yes.
Well, I mean, it is indeed faster because the information using Scan Visor travels at the speed of light, whereas using Annihilator, it travels at the speed of sound.
Oh. The inner nerd in me completely understands. Nothing of importance in main quarry. We're seeing Mines from Uncle Reggie, yeah, so this is going to be real interesting. So we know that Mines has the last... well, actually, no, the chick is dead. Never mind.
But the
So
thing is, Bash Prime is probably going to be coming up on Plasma Beam soon, so if Reggie can still be in proximity to Storage Depot A, that could be convenient.
indeed. That is Naii discovering the boost ball hint, which, to be fair, Vicey does not have either of the other ball upgrades, so that is Nai's hint to go to Forgotten Bridge for boost. Although boost is one of the least threatening, morph ball items. It's really Spider Ball that's killing Prime right now.
Yeah, well, the thing is with Spider Ball, you can skip most of its needs, but that can be varying in difficulty. And given that we are in mines right now, that could be problematic, especially for spiderless shafts if the needs arises, because those are very difficult tricks.
Indeed. But with Supers and Seekers in tow, Nai's just going to go ahead and check Sky Temple key hints, which we are certainly overdue for a look-see. Bash, on the other hand, finds Uncle Reggie's Plasma Beam. So this will kind of tell us if we still need more stuff for Go mode, because right now we know we need Phazon Suit, but we can get the hint due to the knowledge and equipment we have. Naii needs to scan a lot more Sky Temple keys. Bash has 6 already, because I think a few have shown up. Airy! Under Temple.
Oh no. FTA?
Was that FTA?
I think it was.
No, that was Fendrana Transport Access.
Oh, PTA.
So, Chozo Training Chamber we knew about already. And then there's 3 more here. Cargo Freight Lift. We knew that already. Torvus Temple is free. Finally, Abandoned Worksite. So we do not need suits. Interesting.
All right, chat. Well, you know to drop your airy jams.
Unfortunately, that is a forced cannonball takeaway, which is not the big.
Right.
Yeah, it's not the biggest deal in the world. The only thing good Cannonball can really do for you now is Emperoring 2. And I believe that eliminates as well the need for Dark Visor, so I think that's just go mode for Team Naii-si.
Although I would like to point out something. The lack of suits still would make Cannonball very desirable.
Oh, never mind. We just found one of the suits in... Oh, wait a minute. This could be Phazon. Because Phazon shares the same model as the Echo suit. So yeah, give us a minute here, chat, while Naii attempts to discover what is behind the door. And it is Phazon suit. So I take that back. We do, in fact, need Dark Visor.
We were so close to greatness. So close to not needing Dark Visor. Also, Reggie saying hi to Calvin and bye to Calvin.
All right. Well, have fun full clearing virtually the whole game looking for Dark Visor.
Yeah, our only hope right now would be getting Amber Translator and reading Amber hints, because I think we've gotten most of our accessible hints at the moment.
There's a few hints we haven't seen. There's one hint missing in Torvus, the underground tunnel hint. 2 actually, underground tunnel and Torvus energy controller. We're missing those hints. Sank entrance hasn't been hinted. Fortress transport access hasn't been read. And as far as always hints remaining, I think we just have quad, Umos 2, and that's it for always hints. I believe there is also one more joke hint left, so there should be at least one more hint available somewhere. And plus all the Amber Translator hints, obviously, so... Because, you know, that's still missing. Wouldn't it be the worst if Quad has Amber and all this time Dark Visor's just chilling in Sand Cache?
I was just about to point out Dark Visor on Sand Cache, but Amber on Quad would make it even more, sadistic.
Yeah, it looks
Which
like
honestly would be in par for Randovania.
Yeah, it looks like Bash Prime is having a little bit of a hard time with the statue skip. Is boosting a little too late by the looks of it. Yeah. You have to boost like sort of 1 second after you start falling from that particular spike in the spider track, if you will.
Ah, good to know. I usually just eyeball it.
Me too. But
All right,
yeah,
and
so
Naii is going to check Upper Torvis. Hasn't made his way there yet.
yeah, I think what's going to happen here
Oh, we found
is
Dark Visor.
oh,
Yep, it
oh,
was in Elite Control Access.
okay, and there's the Phazon suit hint as well in Path of Roots. Oh, so that's actually not good for Team Naii-si because that's not going to be hinted. But Feisty is in mind, so it should only be a matter of time.
Yeah. Oh, and unfortunately, Naii running out of power bombs. But fortunately, having a good drop system in this game will allow him to immediately get another one back and not have to
Indeed.
worry about it.
Yeah, so at this point, it really should just be a matter of time before Team Naii-si is in go mode, whereas Team Green versus Orange also has Plasma Beam, but I'm trying to think if Super Missiles was locking any of our artifacts or keys.
Echo's super missile was definitely locking Boost Ball and
Yeah, that whole shenanigans, but I'm thinking of just
and
beyond that.
it's locking Airy.
Airy, yes, of course. Oh, yeah. Did Bash ever go back for that?
It doesn't look like it. Reggie doesn't have. No, Reggie does have Boost Ball. What am I talking about?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, I'm thinking Echo's Boost. Echo's Boost was in Storage C.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm talking about that for Airy specifically. It looks like Naii is trying to skip, it's just trying to get to Plaza a little faster here by going around Forgotten Bridge. This is a pain in the backside to do, by the way. It's
You're telling me.
that second BSJ in particular, the camera is so uncooperative.
Well, I mean, when is Morph Ball camera ever cooperative?
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, but even still.
Yeah, especially for some wall boosts. Looking at you, Ruined Gallery. And Reggie going for Reggie not having Spider Ball, instead chooses to go for the dash in MQA.
Oh, right, we know. Oh. Here we go. Valuable hint. Amber is up to 3 rooms from, was that Dark Forgotten Bridge? In which case it is on Boost Guardian. Actually, we didn't see the whole Dark Torvus loop. Did we see Putrid Alcove?
I don't think we did.
We know it's not Poison Bog because it's not a HUD system.
Apparently we did. It was a burger.
Okay.
Thanks, chat.
Then it's got to be Boost Guardian. Can't be anywhere else. Now, that being said, the only thing that Amber Hints will really help us out with at this point are progressive suits, which we have still seen none, by the way. Oh, it's that Dark Torvus Arena. Oh, well, that's... No. I think we said Dark Forgotten Bridge.
Yeah, well, was it exactly 3 rooms away or
Up
up
to.
to 3 rooms away?
Up to.
Oh.
So, yeah, it can absolutely be on Boost Guardian.
Yeah.
Naii, in the meantime, is going to go ahead and get the Spider Ball in Plaza. The boost for this, I find that you should go to the left side vertical part of the spider track and then boost off of that so you have a bit more of a platform to land on if your boost doesn't angle up correctly. It should also be noted that we are RA'd for vanilla suit damage reduction. So for Prime, they will have the 50% resistance regardless of final bosses. Echoes, on the other hand.
Well, yeah. They're still desperately craving a suit at this point.
And yet, that was indeed Amber Translator on Boost Guardian.
Lovely.
Yeah. With double damage, 8 energy tanks is doable even without cannonball for final bosses, it should be noted. Chat saying, imagine if both suits are behind OP. I can believe it.
I wouldn't put that above Randovania.
If the logic says it can happen, it will happen.
Yep. I mean, I think this would be an instant of Murphy's Law, and oh well, it was very close to OP. It was on MQB. Finally, a progressive suit for Bash.
And Feisty, in the meantime, is about to pick up Dark Visor, and that should be go mode.
Yep. I think they have all they need at this point.
Indeed. We'll see if Feisty decides to make the trek for Dark Suit, to continue going through lower mines for Dark Suit anyway, because at this point, Feisty can't finish the game until Naii goes back for Phazon Suit. Which, ideally speaking, he wouldn't do until he had all of his Sky Temple keys.
Yeah, I think what's probably gonna happen is Feisty is going to try to buffer by checking the rest of mines and giving Naii the time to check for a suit again, because again we're gonna have to give up Cannonball for Aerie. And,
Indeed.
Yeah, the lack of invincibility in Dark Aether's atmosphere is going to hurt a lot.
Yeah. Again, with Nai's got, what, 6 energy tanks? Again, with 6 energy tanks and double damage, it's doable. It's just not... And the other thing is you have to commit to it if you do that, because once you take out Emperor 3, you have to kill Dark Samus to finish, because the game checkpoints you.
Yeah.
Alright, OP was dead, missile tank. We'll see if PCA has a lucky light suit. Be very funny if it did.
Hey, we could still have PPC as well. I don't think that was checked.
It was not.
Well, not really a reason to do that right now, as we had Plasma entering Phazon mines.
Oh, never mind. Literally nothing.
Oh.
And yeah, it looks like Feisty is busting out of mines here, so yeah, they're playing as if Team Naii-si is playing as though they're in go mode.
Yeah. Right, Bash is also going to go for hints here, without having super missiles, having to do the Gondola secret world.
Yeah, there's 2 ways to get on top of the gondola. You can either BSJ like that, or you can screw attack. There's a specific spot near the dual cables facing the outer side of the room. If you screw attack towards that, there's a flat piece of terrain there where if you hit that, that should bonk you onto the back of the gondola.
Oh, interesting.
It'll bonk you onto a side railing that lets you jump up top, is what it will let you do.
Yeah, I don't know. I have this this weird affection for screw attack bonk strats. I think they're funny.
This is actually going to be good news as well for Team Orange versus Green checking hints in this fashion, because it will allow Bash Prime to grab Uncle Reggie's Phazon suit here, which I don't think they knew about, unless they read the Path of Roots hint that said the Phazon grounds, the Phazon suit Sky Temple grounds hint. But there it goes. So that being said, they're actually going to discover that this is go mode. Except, no, they won't, because Aerie. And that will effectively be go mode, because Bash knows where that is in Storage C, and I'm fairly certain he's confident in the out of bounds for Storage C.
Yeah.
So, again, this is going to put both teams in go mode.
So it could still be a close match.
Let's see. Feisty's got 8 artifacts. Nai's got 7 keys now. We know one of the keys is in Under Temple, although I don't know if it was on Powerbomb Guardian or the Screw Attack wall. It must have been on the Screw Attack wall, because I didn't even see Powerbomb Guardian.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was probably on the screw attack wall, because if it were on Powerbomb Guardian, we'd still be seeing Powerbomb Guardian at this moment.
Yeah, because Powerbomb Guardian, it's not the worst fight in the world, but it's not easy to speed up. It's very fast with Cannonball, but even still.
Yeah, it's a tedious fight.
So yeah, the remaining keys that Naii needs are, I believe, not Workstation. Workstation is an artifact. Let's see.
Well, we still have Airy, of course.
Yeah, Airy's one of them.
Well, since we're just leaving Torvus, it's not Transport Tunnel East.
Yeah, Naii doesn't need to go back for that, courtesy of a lucky gravity boost. But yeah, right now, I think just... well, that being said, well, that was artifact number 9 for Feisty, so... Yeah, right now, Team Naii-si is a little bit ahead right now. And the nice thing is that Naii doesn't have to get Phazon Suit right away. Feisty can hold off on that, or Feisty can avoid needing that until Essence.
Yep.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Feisty just ends up holding up on Essence until Naii retrieves that Phazon Suit.
And even then, given the starting location in this that's been R8, it's actually very convenient for Naii, as he can just pivot save and save word to get that Phazon Suit very quickly.
That's very true. Alright, so... I'm curious as to why Uncle... Oh, right, Boost... well, again, Boost Ball should be known already to Team Green versus Orange. I gotta be careful with that distinction, because Team Orange versus Green is very much a different team in this tournament.
Yeah, I almost caught you on that one once you got it wrong one time. So...
Yeah, it was bound to happen.
More definitely. I'm pretty sure this has happened more than once in the tournament. Although,
right, so
as retribution, I do want to see Orange versus Green versus Orange, or I will riot.
Well, well, let's explore that, shall we? Let's have a quick look while we're wrapping up our cleanup here. Let's have a look at those standings. So currently, let's see. So Team Green versus Orange is in Group 3, is in Group B with my group. So if, so yeah. Okay, so they are in different groups, so it won't be happening until brackets. Oh. Let's see. And yeah, so Team Green versus Orange, which is Bash and Reggie. Assuming things go the way they look to be with Feisty and Team Naii-si being a bit ahead right now, assuming they do end up with an L here, that will put them at 3-1, and they have 2 races left. Whereas Team Orange versus Green in Group C is already finished and is at 5-1. So it is still a very realistic possibility.
Oh, nice. Alright, and with that, Feisty is getting that one of the last SCKs in Training Chamber. Instead of deciding to do it inbound.
Yeah, I think that is Feisty's last obligation to Naii, whereas all he has to do is Airy and Phazon grounds, which is all very much on the path. So this endgame route's very clean for Naii-si.
So at this point, what would Reggie be looking for? Well,
I think at this point, Reggie would only be looking for... I don't think there really is anything else Reggie can do. So this might be... And Bash has a suit, so that I don't think is an issue. Oh dear, that's down.
yeah, I don't I don't think Reggie needs any more stuff. Reggie has phase on suit. Uh, the lack of Spider Ball is irrelevant at this point.
Ooh, that was a very good screw attack by Naii there. Dark Samus 2 has a lot of HP.
Yeah, and luckily enough, screw attack takes off a lot of HP. Although there is one strat that I like with Dark Samus, and especially given we have oh no, actually we don't. They don't have unlimited beam ammo, but Dark Burst does a lot of damage to DS2.
Yes, Dark Samus is technically Dark Samus 2 and 3 specifically, it should be noted, is she is considered a light world creature because technically she was born on Light Talon Overworld. I'm not wrong there. But she is considered a light world creature, therefore she does take double damage to Dark Beam. But with that, Feisty's fighting an angry raging dragon.
Ooh, that's actually really interesting, the thing that Miguel is pointing out in chat. Apparently, Dark Samus will never shield your missiles if you shoot her behind her back.
In other words, if she doesn't see you, you're not there. If she doesn't see the missile, it's not there.
Sounds about right.
The missile knows where it is at all times. It knows this because it knows where it isn't.
Well, that is unless the missile has performed infinite speed and is everywhere at once.
At that point, it passes through every conceivable point in every conceivable universe almost simultaneously.
Indeed, and that would deal a lot of damage to the universe. Alright, well, now that Aerie is out of the way, Naii now has all his STKs.
Yeah, very convenient save point, and it looks like, yeah, Naii will be getting Phazon suit a couple minutes ahead of Feisty reaching Essence. Unfortunately, Ridley is being extremely uncooperative here.
Yeah, but even though we got an Feisty got an invincible phase, it's still better to just shoot Ridley and have it be invincible than just letting it charge.
Oh, and yeah, this Ridley is being extremely uncooperative here. That being said, Reggie is now on the way to Ridley, please. That being said, Uncle Reggie is not too far behind Feisty. That being said, with Naii already having all 9 keys, things are still looking pretty good for Team Naii-si, barring some major disaster on final bosses, which that is one thing Feisty has to watch out for because we're on vanilla, because Feisty's running on 2 suits. Until Naii picks up Phazon, Feisty is running on 20% resistance, not 50, so has to be careful.
Although Feisty does have a lot of E-tanks to buffer, so it should still be fine. Ooh, interesting strat for a quick Phazon core climb.
Indeed. But yeah, going off of what Chad is saying, and it does seem that the story of this seed is that Naii and Feisty chose to kind of stay in Logic longer, and because Bash did that out of Logic dip into Torvis before picking up Dark Beam, which unfortunately kept Bash away from a couple of necessary things, such as Boost Ball, Vanilla Light Beam. Vanilla Light Beam, I think, is the big backbreaker here.
Yeah. Ooh, also, Marycat pointing out some very interesting Ridley strats here in chat.
Ooh.
So, forcing Ridley by not dashing by staying locked on, jumping out neutrally, firing a missile and immediately moving left since Ridley will slightly pivot to face you during the windup. It causes the missile to hit and not be blocked by the hand.
Any chance anybody could pass that information to my pal Arrow Razor? We're probably going to need that on Thursday. because we're fighting against Bra and Jay, and we expect that to be a very difficult match.
Oh, it certainly will be. I mean, we're talking about the team who on a CGC weekly went for Exo Skip and Spiderless Emperor Ing 2 hint. So,
Oh my. All right, so Naii is very wisely taking a safety save here in Sky Temple, just in case something goes wrong here, because, yeah, you do need the health refill. This is going to be a 6 E-Tank final bosses fight with double damage, and thankfully that persists through a death. This should be okay.
yeah, especially considering you get a health refill after Emperor Ing 3.
Yeah, as long as you don't get centered here on a DS4, you should be basically guaranteed to win.
Yeah, and double damage is gonna make that even faster. So, alright, and right now, choosing to go with the super missile strats.
Yeah, that's about as efficient as Annihilator spam, especially if you don't have unlimited beam ammo. That's a good alternative. If you have unlimited beam ammo, I think Annihilator is the better option.
Yeah, I think so. It's more consistent and less punishing if you miss a few shots.
Yeah, so we're really going to be hoping for some blue drops here from the Ing blobs.
Okay, so to answer Kerar's question, I think Boost Ball was hinted at some point, so I'm pretty sure Bash is going for it right now, as he is closing in on Storage C.
Yes, Boost Ball was hinted in Sanctuary.
Yeah.
I want to say it was the Watch Station hint.
Yeah, I think it was. And Naii is already doing Emperor Ing 3, unfortunately not getting the insta-kill, but still hitting it and killing it rather quickly.
Yeah, 2 screw EI3 is pretty good. That's about as good as you can get, almost. But yes, now it is time for final bosses. And yeah, Nai's going to finish just a tiny bit ahead of Feisty, assuming a non-issue for DS4 skip.
Just, let's pray that Naii doesn't get centered.
Yeah, getting centered at full HP is pretty much a death sentence. Because even with 5.5 energy tanks, you still only have about 2 minutes tops in the Dark World, and you get no health refills. So,
yeah.
good
and
luck.
You can't even buffer with Screw Attack as you constantly need to be charging your beam in the event that DS4 shoots her pellets.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, look at this tight race we've got between Feisty and Uncle Reggie. Feisty is going to be entering and Reggie are going to be entering Essence at about the same time. They are both on Sub-Chamber 4.
Yep. Reggie is showing some very good knowledge of the Exo fight here by going for the shooting the beam.
I saw the missile bounce, and that was the hint.
No.
Yep, centered immediately.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a reset for Naii. But
Yeah,
it looks like he's gonna commit. Go for the try.
Oh.
It misses.
No. Yeah, going for the death immediately. I can understand. Oh, and very nice finish. Feisty and Reggie finishing Exo at almost the exact same time.
Yeah, and there's not a whole lot we can do beyond this point to speed up Essence here, so this is going to be a very tight finish here for between Feisty and Uncle Reggie. Let's watch.
Oh, and Feisty opting to use Flamethrower.
That being said, because Bash has quite a lot to go here, even if Reggie finishes a bit ahead of Feisty here, there is plenty of time for Naii to still finish up here.
Yeah, Bash is still going to be looking for Aerie, I think.
Yes, that is the other thing Bash is being held up by. So yeah, for those not in the know, with double damage, the correct damage threshold to get Dark Samus down in DS3 state is 12 Annihilator shots and 3 lemons. Alternatively, you may also go with 10 Dark Beam shots or 10 missiles. Not 10, sorry, 5. And again, Naii gets centered immediately. Yeah, I think what's happening is, and I think this is RNG based whether or not this happens, but Dark Samus will sometimes not flinch upon getting hit with the first damage after, after entering the DS4 threshold. Personally, I like to just fire missiles up into the air until I can confirm she's throwing up her shield, because sometimes she just won't do that. At which point you can go, then you should be able to. I would use the Dark Beam strategy in this instance, especially with double damage.
I would do it as well. I tend to have a lot of trouble, but that would be because I tend to have a lot of trouble with the screw attack strats on Dark Samus in general. So
it looks like we had a pool skip from both runners on the Prime side, but Reggie just got the last pool, and it looks like Feissy's about to get one now too. So Reggie is actually the first to finish with a race time GG time of 1:38.55. But
G to Reggie.
And a G for
G
Feisty.
to Feisty.
Indeed, that finishes a 1:39.06, so 11 seconds behind. But now it's up to Naii to close the gap here.
Alright, and with that, Bash has just finished fighting DS2, as Naii is desperately trying not to fight DS4.
And again, centered immediately, just slammed a dark shot right into her.
Oh my...
This is not good. Naii is starting to bleed a large amount of time here.
Yeah, and probably a lot of stress building up as well. I would not like to be in that spot.
Yeah, because again, I wasn't seeing Dark Samus throw up her shield.
Yeah, DS3 is being very finicky at the moment.
Yeah, generally in that case, when you don't see Dark Samus throw up her shield, you may just have to let her do her Phazon Beam attack a second time. Now, that being said, Bash has just picked up the last Sky Temple key and is going to be on the way to save warp now. So Naii has probably about 4 minutes to get this figured out.
Well, that is assuming DS3 is cooperative on Bash's side.
Well, Bash doesn't have to worry about health issues because he's packing Dark Suit.
Oh yeah, that's right. I nearly forgot about that. Yeah, what we're seeing Naii do here is buffering the Dark Roll damage using Screw Attack. Because while you're in Screw Attack, you basically get Dark Suit damage from Dark Aether.
Starting with Screw Attack again, gets a much better Screw Attack. She is throwing up her shield, and now Nai's decided that's enough and is going with Dark Beam strats. This should do it.
And we're almost there, and GG's to Team Naii-si.
With that said, folks, that means Team Naii-si, I believe, is undefeated in their group stage. Congratulations to Team Naii-si.
Indeed. One of the teams in 6-0.
Now we are about to see, because I think we haven't quite yet seen where Light Suit ended up being, so we're gonna see where it actually was hiding once Nai's credits catch up. But yeah, overall, I would say this seed wasn't... I would say the biggest logical choke of the seed was Plasma Beam.
Yeah. That, a lot of logic issues tied up to it. And
All right.
also, we have just received Naii in the booth. Hello, Naii, and GG's.
GG, congratulations on going undefeated in group stage.
How though? That's
Well, we'll tell you how. It mainly happened early on. Bash's route did not take him back to Storage C in a timely manner, so he did not get Boost Ball until after reading Sky Temple key hints. And Feisty joins us as well. GG, congratulations.
GG.
So the big logical choke point of this seed ended up being Plasma Beam, since it was locking Super Missiles, which by extension locked Boost Ball and Cobalt Translator for Echo, and that was needed for Airy.
It also locked Echo Visor.
It locked pretty much everything.
yeah. It locked everything you needed to get into Turbos. That's why it went to Sanctuary.
Yeah, the other big advantage the both of you had is now you went for Light Beam way earlier. I don't know if that was your last logical check at the time, but that read was definitely the big boost for you. Because Bash was also very late to Light Beam as well. Bash went to Torvis a lot earlier, but unfortunately there wasn't a whole lot in Torvis besides Spider Ball.
We had a Baron Chozo too.
Chozo was
right.
pretty barren, yeah. Most of the good stuff was in Aegon.
Yeah, bearing the SDK and Training
Turbos
Chamber.
was pretty bad because you could deduce that if Plasma was Metos, it had to be Sanctuary.
I am so glad I sat down and worked on the standable for Manifold before this race.
Yeah, it's personally I prefer the dash method, but it's also a very difficult one, so I definitely can't blame picking up the standable method.
Alright, so now we know neither about to pass over in your credits. We know we found one progressive suit
On MQB.
MQB, yeah. We're about to see where the second one is right now, and given that Cestrion Gendis, we have a pretty good guess of where it is, but we're gonna see in a second.
Oh,
Did you check Pod W?
Look at that. Oops. Oh, by the way, where was Amber? I see that has it.
Amber Translator was... Oh yeah, Amber Translator was bad. It was on Boost Guardian.
Yeah, it was.
Jeez.
Let's see. Oh, did I totally
I
sank
missed it.
entrance
Nice.
behind
Oh,
Boost
fantastic.
Nice.
Spicy, that was Emerald Lock.
Nice.
What?
Ball. Yeah, your DS3 was troubling you a heck of a lot. She was just not cooperating.
No, Instant Center 3 times I hated. Although the first time that was my hot dog. The other two were on me.
Yeah, it got a little bit scary there because Bash is actually just about to wrap up. Team Green versus Orange is just about wrapping up here.
Yeah. And with just a sliver of health left, and GG's to Team Green versus Orange, coming in at second place at 1:46.36 on racetime.gg.
All right. Yes, a fantastic race again. Well played by all. And with that said, we are now joined. My Discord would stop misbehaving.
Yep, we're joined here by Bash Prime. Hello,
Reggie will
and
be
GG's.
here in just a bit. Hello, hello.
Vanilla Light Beam.
Yeah, I knew it was a possibility, but I was like, what led me there was remembering that Annihilator was in my inventory.
Right,
there we go.
Hi, Reggie. Go and repeat to Reggie what you just told me.
Vanilla Light Beam for one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Vanilla Wave.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty funny.
Do you like Hardlock Super's requirement that I didn't get?
Hardlock Super's behind ATS Plasma Beam.
Yeah.
Wait, was that behind it? Wait, was it? Oh, it was. It was. That's right.
Ice
my
Runes
God.
West Supers.
That's right.
Yeah, that ATS Plasma Beam was locking super missiles, Emerald Translator, I think, because that was in MQ, not MQ, Mining Station B.
No, it's not. No, yeah, because of boost.
I think
so
logically you can't
bombed them
screw
for it.
around that one. Yeah, you both got Emerald early. Bash, yeah.
No, wait. You can take the cannon. I don't think boost locks it.
No,
I
it
pointed
doesn't.
out the cannon.
Oh, I guess you can slope jump onto the drill.
Yeah,
that's right.
you're right. You're right. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I guess that there's a world. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. I'm used to BSJ screw attacking for it anyway. But yeah, instant screw attack. You know, we love to see it.
I have a question. Was it those supers that decided the race?
Pretty much, as well as the early vanilla. Naii got vanilla light beam way earlier.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that because I didn't feel that bad about diving into Torvis because I was just led in from that hint which was for boost, which wasn't all that amazing. But I'm like, well, if I need to clear out stuff, then it's fine. I feel like it wasn't the worst decision, but
I'm
it's
a
hard.
little frustrated with items that look like other items deciding races. That seems to be a trend for me. Those supers did not look like supers. I picked them up on a whim. I was just like, you know what? I'll grab these missiles. Whatever. It's more fodder because I have a wave buster for Exo, and then they were supers, and I was like, oh, cool. I'm just dumb.
Well, in your defense, Reggie, I threw a tournament brackets match last year because I misinterpreted what were supers for a missile tank in Plaza. So I know exactly how that feels.
My fear is when supers are just chilling in a lighthouse in Shorelines.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have done any of the excess like plasma beam cleanup that I was doing. I would have just beelined for those supers, and that would have made, I think, enough of a difference.
Yeah. Once I saw the airy hint, I'm like, oh, it's probably over because I don't know I know kind of. I know how it technically works, but I've never practiced it. The storage super skip.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Naii did do that and got boost on first pass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I just got cannonball.
I got my boost with Spider.
Yeah, I never went to bioenergy until the very end, which I was like, oh my god, supers are probably just in bioenergy.
Yeah, there were a lot of like hard areas that had keys. Like there was biohazard containment area. We were getting a little worried about transit tunnel east, but gravity thankfully just fell on your lap on the way over.
Yeah, when I found that emerald, I'm like, okay, I want to go to Torvis, but I need to go check. I want to check Spider Treasure and just go into Torvis that way, just to get whatever items are on the way, and then that netted plasma and gravity boost, which I'm just like, wow, like exactly the stuff I wanted to get.
Shoutouts, by the way, to a Cobalt Translator locked Cobalt hint.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the button I wanted to click.
No problem.
Yeah, translators were not your friend today. Amber being on Boost Guardian, yeah, that was pretty. We were gonna go pretty much the whole game with on just 2 translators.
Yeah, that was kind of was Amber your last translator, or did you ever get it, Naii?
I did not.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think the lack of translators helped keep it close-ish because then it was just like, okay, let's just find out where everything is and just try to route this in the way we can.
Yeah, I don't think Naii read the Amber hint because the Amber hint was, I want to say, underground tunnel.
No, I never went to underground tunnel.
It might have. I forget. I think it was there because I went from there straight to Amber.
So yeah, Naii didn't read that hint, so that was the Amber translator hint.
Yeah, I don't think the light beam really set us back all that much. In all like honesty, I think it was the supers more than anything else.
The supers, and to a slightly lesser extent, the plasma beam. Because again, Naii also had gone plasma beam earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, because you just got light beam really early. Yeah. So it really was that labs play that just did it all. So like, did you just dive into labs and then just full clear it and then go to Sank from there?
Yeah, at that point, Faisal already had known where my supers were, so I'm like, okay, boost is plasma locked, supers are plasma locked, that and Amber is God knows where. That means if Plasma is in Echoes, it's in Sanctuary. It cannot be in Turtis.
All right. I guess I'll have to learn Storage C now and not be a baby about it. That would have. Oh man. I knew Labs was a risk. Just that was not the risk I expected it to be. For both Spider and Boost for Echoes to be in those storage rooms is insane. And then for Torvis to be hard supers locked too is just crazy.
It just occurred to me as well how important that boost was because of Harry.
Yeah. Yeah, because I found out I got SDK ins really late. I was just like trying to get stuff for Reggie and then just clearing out stuff. Because I had found enough hints where I'm just like, okay, this seed is directing me in this kind of way. So that's why I felt kind of carried both of us was my play to finally like clear up to do Sank into lower Torvis backwards. So yeah, I do think now that Torvis dive was a time loss in hindsight, like with what you're telling me. Because yeah, you have boost, you know about supers. Yeah, and then doing labs, like honestly, isn't in early game isn't that big of a time loss too. Plus, it's all you have logical checks because you have like processing and bioenergy. Oh, I never did processing. Oh, because at that point I was already in go mode, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah,
GGs.
all teams. GGs. All teams have showed some pretty gnarly out of bounds tech too this race. So this has definitely come a lot. That early Torvis decision definitely made a lot of sense, especially given the hint. But unfortunately, it turned out that early light was
the two SDKs dampened it a little bit, but I still had to go out of my way, like to go into portal chamber out of bounds to get to that boost ball. So like, and it didn't really have much of substance besides that. So yeah, that boost and knowing where supers was at that point was crazy. But then also like the fact that you were, well, I guess not, because you already you had both beams and screw attack, and yeah, just that vanilla light beam is just so cringe.
vanilla wave, vanilla light beam. This was hilarious to see.
I was really happy with the beam plays because I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for Fendrana and we're gonna check that early stuff, and found wave, and then was like, you know what? I'm gonna go for the Feisty special, and sure enough.
Wait, Richie, Feisty special, what?
Yeah, Ice Beam and Labs.
Yeah, by the way, Seshiron, I don't have safe for work words for that.
I don't know why my pronouns aren't showing on the race time, or on the 3-3. Where do those get grabbed from, by the way? Is it from race time, or is it I
have no idea.
Okay, because I would like my pronouns displayed for next race.
It's a field that needs to be added on the SpeedGaming side.
Oh, that's why. Okay, then that's my then I will handle it then. Sorry about that. Also Reggie, and just everyone in here. Okay, now that I'm seeing the results here, and seeing chat and seeing the SpeedGaming 3 channel, the reason Reggie and I actually lost is because we're on the green side of the screen and not the orange side.
Oh, jeez.
You can trip and fall into a fire.
Now, that being said, you both still have a chance of going 5-1, which means you'll be matched up with Team Orange versus Green if you end up meeting in the brackets.
Yeah, I told this to Reggie, but
it's how it was meant to be.
Yeah, exactly. I told this to Reggie, but of all the teams that I expected us to lose to, or of all the teams we played, I was expecting it would be really close or we would lose against Feisty and Naii. Naii is just a better rando player than I am, so I already had that as an uphill battle. And then Feisty and Naii are just a strong team in general. So considering they're I would argue like the other strong team, the upper echelon of this group. So
they've gone undefeated this entire brackets section.
I wish we won, but I'm not too heartbroken about it. Like, especially in groups, like, it sucks. It would have been nice, but it's this is the result I figured was most likely going to happen. Like, if we were going to lose to any team, it would be this one. But we need to win. We got to keep winning now. We got to get our win streak back up again. We got 2 more.
Indeed.
Yep.
Speaking of two more, well, there's actually only one more race, which is still in progress right now on SG2, and that is Ja Voltaire versus Sunshine Spark, currently on SG2. We have another race scheduled. We have two races scheduled for Thursday. That is me and Arrow Razor of the Best Sea Rollers versus Competence Inc., which is Jay and Bruh. So that's both matches awesome matches to be coming up. And lastly, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have Arcanox and Emerald Pie. Sorry, no, I'm getting that wrong. Arcanox and Van Missa versus Emerald Pie and Epic Wade.
So
I believe. Go ahead.
Yeah, lots of interesting matches coming up to close out this bracket section.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff.
And I think, are those the last four? No, Sunshine Spark still has one more match afterwards. So yeah,
Bracket
Bash and I still have 2 matches to schedule.
Yes, those will be this
they're
week.
they're in the
Yeah.
final plans.
I guess Thursday, Friday. Bracket stage is almost here. It's crazy. It's been a crazy month.
Indeed, it has, and I am so glad we've had this tournament. This has been a right to commentate, to watch, and to participate in. Well, not quite for me, but yeah, it's been a great pleasure. Also, shoutouts to Reggie for pushing out the new tracker right before the race. That's been a huge help.
It was Inner Slice. Inner Slice made the number switch for the new trackers, added them as a 4th row, and made them cleaner and bigger without the smaller bits, so they're easier to see. So that's all. It's all him.
Yeah. So
and then
shoutouts
there was
to
some
Inner
backend stuff
Slice
for it. But
yeah, thanks a lot. That's been a huge help for commentators.
yeah, I'm looking at the restream, and it looks way easier to see. You can actually read the numbers. Imagine.
Indeed. That being said, we are going to wrap things up here. Anything else, runners, that you would like to say before we wrap up?
Not on my end. GG's overall, and thank you as always to the Speed Gaming team.
Yeah, this was a heck of a race. It seems like, so this will be fun to rewatch again. I mean, for there to be like a 5-minute difference between like the last 2 echoes, or between Naii and myself, and then Reggie and Faizy finishing in within seconds.
11
It's
seconds.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad it was close. Like, if we were gonna lose, we might as well be like super close.
Yeah, and at least nobody took my sentences out of context this race, so...
Oh no, I'll have to find out what that means. Oh no.
Oh, you already know, Bash. You're the one who put my sentences out of context.
Oh no.
All right. Well, with that said, Bello, thank you so much for joining me here in the booth. Again, follow our runners. They put on a fantastic show for you here on this Boxing Day, as we saw a lot of movement outside of the box.
Literally.
But, with that said, folks, we'll be back pretty soon. If you're not already, be sure to join us on SG2 for our other matches. And we've got more on Thursday. So take care. Have a great rest of your night. See you next mission.
See y'all next mission.
Bye.
GG.